Hey guys, today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a behind the scenes video of my special effects for my classic movie, It Came From the Sink. The reason why I'm saying classic is because I'm really proud of it, and it's been on my channel for a while. The original video I have recently deleted because of minor errors in it. There was no suspenseful background music, there was barely any proper editing, so I did remove that, but I did repost it in color this time, with better music and better editing. So if you want to go check that out, you should probably go check that out first, and then you can come watch this video. So in this video, I just want to talk. I'm going to be talking about all the special effects that I use in this movie. I made everything from scratch. So the first thing that you will see is a tail. Or some people think it's a tentacle, but it's actually a tail of the creature, and it's this thing. So it is a two pieces of twine taped together, and then it has liquid latex on it, and then it has a piece of fishing wire on it. So you can still see it, but it's not like a piece of yarn or anything. So, you see this in a couple shots throughout the movie. This was really helpful because there were some scenes when, like, it was coming out of the sink, and I couldn't, like, stuff the actual puppet down in the sink and then start pulling it out, so I had to make it look like the creature was actually in the sink, so I came up with that, and that was really helpful. The second thing that you would see is the creature itself, or the first creature, and it is this very intricate hand puppet that I made out of a sock, and you can see its teeth are black, made out of hot glue. This is a piece of cardstock for the mouth taped together with duct tape, and in the top, like inside, there are loops that I made with duct tape so I can fit my fingers inside so I can get good movement with the mouth. And then I just painted the sock white as best as I could, and you can't really see these in the movie, but they are little black spines or spikes or something. I call them spines. I don't know why. But yeah, you don't get to see those that much, but they're there. And that's kind of why I'm making this video, so you get to see the things that you couldn't really see in the movie. And then there's the same way I made the tail, but I attached it to the end of the puppet. And then there is some fishing string. So you can only see this puppet only 2 times in the movie, and it's there and there. And I wish I could have used this a little bit more, but I just didn't really, because I was on a time budget, like I couldn't fit it in any more other shots, and I couldn't really think of it because we had an entire day to film that entire first half, the entire second half after the credits, so I couldn't exactly fit any more shots that had this in it, so I really wish I could, but that's it. You can see blood stains on it, but you know, it gives it character. The second thing you see is it is a stunt puppet for the puppet that I just showed you. It is the same kind of sock, but it is stuffed with toilet paper, and it has a paper mouth so it doesn't get damaged in any way. And if it did, I wouldn't have to use this. So that's why I made this. So I made this so I wouldn't have to use this for like scenes. You can see the mom fighting with it. You can see it. You can see Emma fighting with it, and you can also see it being thrown out the window. So that's why I made that, because when I was writing the script and I was making the storyboard, I knew that I needed a stunt puppet for this, so I wouldn't damage the actual puppet, so I could keep that just as a memento. I did forget to paint the tail, but since the original movie was in black and white, it didn't really matter. But you can tell if you really pay attention in the new movie that I uploaded. But it doesn't really matter. You don't really see it that much, and you can see the spines on the back. But that isn't with hot glue, and the puppet, it was made with hot glue, but it was just little black dots that I painted on. So that was it. It's got some green stains on it from some of the creature blood, which was just water mixed with food coloring. This thing. And it is, I'm just gonna call it the chest burster for my movie, since it's kind of like the scene from Alien where the creature's coming out of the guy. So it's just a paintbrush handle with clay on top, and then a piece of cardboard that I painted gray, and then an eye that I painted on. This, you can see this bursting through the creature, and for the creature I don't have it anymore, and because I just threw it away because it was like already destroyed by then, but it was a piece of tissue paper with latex on it, so it looked like skin, and then I was just pushing it through, if you can see it right there. Yeah, I was just pushing it through, and then I had another one of those tissue paper thingies for the last scene. It was painted gray to make it look like the other squid creature. This was the stop motion puppet that I used, or stop motion figure that I used for as soon as it came out, and then it started like getting up. This is just made out of clay, because I didn't want to paint it because I didn't want it to crack or anything, and that just would make it look different, or it would just make it look weird. So it is smashed up a little bit since I lost it in my room while I was done filming that scene, so like it is smashed up a little bit than what you see in the actual movie, but it's still intact. I had to fix it up a little bit so I could show you guys, but this is it. Yeah, it wasn't my best stop motion work. If you've seen any of my other movies, this wasn't my best stop motion work, but I had to keep it quick pace so I could like get the other shots done, because I had the other actors waiting inside while I was outside in the cold because it was fall, and I was just filming this for like 20 minutes. So then the final creature that we see is, or not the final creature, the final puppet that you see is this guy. This guy scared my actors. Most notably the girl who played Lily. Her name is Abby. She was awesome to work with, but she was terrified of this thing. That's what I was going for, but since it isn't really that scary, as you can see, but it is pretty iconic. So, so this was made pretty much the same way. It is a sock, stuffed with tissue paper or toilet paper, and painted most of it gray. But when I was painting it on, it did match this color. But when it dried, it like got really dark. So I didn't have enough time to paint this back because like I was like making this the night before the actors came over that day. So yeah, I didn't have enough time. But this is the eye is a piece of paper, just painted, and then this is a piece of cardstock for like the mantle or of the squid, and then this is like the end of the sock. So like this is your foot, this is your foot, and then this is like where you stick your foot in. But like this is a piece of paper with teeth drawn on with a highlighter, and there are blood stains on it. I cannot get rid of those, but it's fine. And then there are 4 tentacles. I don't know why I painted them white, even though on the clay figure they are gray. But they're painted white. These were made the exact same way as I made the other tails and stuff for the other creature. And the 2 front ones just have fishing string on them. So that was it, and there is a close-up shot of its mouth, like getting ready to bite Lily. This was just a simple mouth mechanism that I made. I was like, you can just see it like this. It's mainly made out of duct tape, and then I have these 2 pieces of cardstock that I made some of the squid with. just painted that yellow, and then it kind of looks the same. But yeah, it's pretty simple. It's the same little finger loops that I made. It's the same that I made for the creature head puppet, but you can't see it's inside of the actual head. This guy, this is the very last thing that you see before it cuts to the end credits. It's this guy. So this is the creature that bursts out of the squid creature. At the end, it is the same way I made this guy, except it's all out of clay and the same kind of paintbrush handle. No paint at all, just straight up clay. When I made it, its teeth were not that crooked, but I did mess it up a little bit, and you can see that in the shot, that the teeth are all messed up. But you know what? It's alright. It's okay. But yeah, this was pretty simple, and that was the last thing you saw. The scene where this guy is coming out, when I'm pushing it through the tissue paper, I made another thing of tissue paper for that, but it was gray. If I already said that, I don't know. And then I was just pushing it through that. That was a difficult scene. It probably took me a little, it was probably like 7 minutes to do that shot, because like I was trying to hold it while hold the camera while pushing this thing through. So like I actually taped the piece of skin to something, and I was holding it like this with this in my hand, and I was holding it like that, and I was kind of just like pushing it through while holding the camera. So that was really difficult, because all my actors had left by that time, and that was the last shot that I had to do, so that was pretty much it. Oh, and I almost forgot this. So in the opening scene when I get killed, you can see me looking through the sinkhole, or the drain, and it was just a simple piece of paper with a hole cut out, and then I just drew Sharpie over it, and if you looked through, you would be able to see me. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, so it was just a piece of paper, and I had the phone, or yeah, I was using my mom's phone, because I didn't have my iPad at the time to, but I had the phone in the sink. I had a towel underneath the phone, so it didn't get wet or anything. Then I had the phone, I had this over the camera, and that's when I was like looking down. So yeah, that was the last thing, and that was all the special effects that I used. For blood, I just used fake blood in like a pint bottle, and I was using a, here, let me get it real quick. This is a blood pump. This is the pump that I use to squirt my blood in my movies and stuff. So normally I filled this with blood, and then I watered it down so it could come out more liquidy, so I could have to like actually like squeeze it too hard. But yeah, just a slight push and it would squirt out. So I was holding it like this, and then I squeezed it, and then it shot out onto the mirror. But I originally had planned, this is probably the best blooper in the entire movie that I posted a video of. So I was supposed to be looking in the sink, and then I had this around me, and it was already filled with blood, and I pressed down, and I didn't realize that it wasn't screwed on that tight, and it burst. It like exploded, and all the blood went all over the bathroom. You could not see how much blood went all. You could just see a little bit of splatters like go on the wall, but it went everywhere. It went all over the toilet, all over the shower curtain. It was a mess. It got all over me too. But yeah, I used that, and also in the last scene you can see some of the creature's blood spraying on the refrigerator, and that was just water with green food coloring, and I had used this to do that too. That's all the special effects that I used. I had so much fun making that movie. It was probably gonna be the best movies I've ever made. It was amazing, and I had so much fun. I can't wait to work with my actors again, and yeah, it was really fun making all the puppets, all the storyboard. It was fun making the script. It was a fun adventure. Thank you for watching. Bye.